Wait. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Okay. Welcome to Storytime,
Where we talk
about lots of stuff.
to each other.
That's pretty much just a way to vessel
Yeah.
of conversation. It's not as exciting.
It's a way
as...
to vessel of conversation?
Yes.
All right.
That's what I came up with.
It's
all I was able to
don't
think
worry,
of.
kids. It's a way of vessel of... I don't even know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't
but
think
anyway,
you knew what
this
you-
is the story. Shut up! This is the story time. I don't know. Is this a podcast?
Of a lovely lady?
Of a lovely lady.
Who was-
It's the story time of a lovely lady.
Yeah, no.
Who
Look,
was...
Hey, product placement and, infringement. We don't want to...
You mean a product that has for decades been gone? Okay. It's a
Reruns,
secret.
man. Reruns.
Okay, reruns. But anyway, this is our story time, and our story time is where instead of doing other people's stories, we are going to do our own stories, and it's not going to be stories that are written down. These are just stories that we feel like telling. So every one of these we'll just give a new story or something from our past, something that recently happened to us, and we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Yeah.
So Sam, I know that you had a story when we were talking about this earlier today, talking about your bus ride.
Oh, yeah.
So please do give us that story, please.
All right. So when I was in high school, I was a total band nerd. Yep, that was a good part. All right, I was a total band nerd, and I did everything with band, and I was section leader, and I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah, that was my sophomore year of high school. We were doing a Mask of Zorro show, which was god awful, and it was the worst because I had to play 16th notes on a sousaphone, which is awful, while marching at 200 beats per minute. So, we had this competition down at U of I. We had to get on the bus on Friday at like 3 in the morning, and drive down U of I for the morning. I didn't sleep that night before because I thought it would be easier to not sleep than to sleep and wake up at 2 o'clock, which was a bad idea because this is my start of not sleeping for 36 hours. Hey, I didn't tell you that part. Part of the story. Yeah,
This is the beginning of your insomnia.
Yeah. I guess so.
Don't go into band, kid.
Yeah, no, band is the greatest thing ever.
No,
It's
you
the
just said
best.
it ruins your life.
It does, but it's amazing.
Okay, alright, as long as
You
we
also
know.
get made fun of, and it's great.
Good.
It's not true.
Those characters.
My high school, we didn't get made fun of.
But anyway.
It's actually kind of nice.
You got on a bus.
Oh, yeah, we got on a bus, and the bus ride down was totally fine. Like, then we got there, we got all our stuff ready, and we sat up in the nosebleed section at U of I, Champaign. Is it Champaign? Yeah, it's Champaign. And I've never been in the nosebleed section. Have you?
No.
It's awful. I sat up there and I was looking down at the field and I was like, this is fake. Like, this looks fake just sitting there. You ever look out into the open, you're like, nah, that's not real.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's total, yeah. Anyway. So, that was a part of the story that didn't make any sense, but whatever. So
the actual story part of the story.
yeah. I wanted to give some background.
Okay.
Anyway, so we do our set, and we finish up, and it was a horrible show, and we lost everything. We didn't win. We got last place.
You did win something.
We did. We entered a raffle at the beginning and won a podium. Yeah, a giant podium, which we did not have any room for. So we had to shove it on one of the buses. So that was fun.
Nice.
Be in mind, this isn't like a school bus. It was like a
coach bus.
Like a coach bus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like rinkety dink.
Okay.
So on our ride back, I start to fall asleep, and I wake up and I look out the front window, and our bus driver is like this Indian guy who's really short, didn't speak barely any English, and I look out the window and I could not see out the window. That was fogged up, and he was trying to wipe it with his hand, and it was not happening. So he decides to keep driving, and decides to take a turn and decides to keep driving some more for like 45 minutes, and turns out we were in Indiana. For all you kids at home,
we're not
from
from Indiana.
Champaign, Illinois, to get to Richmond, Illinois, you don't have to go through Indiana.
Nope. Matter of fact, it's what, like 50 miles out of the way?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And so that happened. We got back on the right road, I guess, and we were just all confused, like why were we in Indiana? And
yeah.
Then he's driving some more, and it's still fogged up, and he's falling asleep, and he's swerving back and forth, and gets like right next to a U-Haul truck. I'm talking inches. And we look out the window, and we're trying to tell this bus driver, you need to like stay awake or something. We didn't stop.
No
No
time.
We weren't just like, oh, we're just gonna stop, let the bus driver, get back up. So the fog is still there, and he decides that it's a good idea to just open the door. They open the door to the coach bus while we're running into a U-Haul. That's a great idea. Hooray for aerodynamics stuff. Oh, God. So the drive is like, I want to say it's 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's closer to 4.
Yes.
And we're about 15 minutes out from Richmond, which is where my school is, and I just hear somebody say, hey, it's kind of smoky back here." So I look behind me, and I can't see any of them because they're engulfed in smoke. Yeah, so it's like, I'm talking like thick smoke too.
Yeah.
And we stop and pull off, and it's pouring outside, and I had a blanket over my head. And we're just watching the bus just smoke to death. And we're all joking about how there was a hobo who lived underneath the bus who started on fire, and that's how the bus was on fire. Like, turns out the bus was literally on fire. And we're just sitting there like 15 minutes away from home. It's probably 2 o'clock in the morning, driving back, and there's just a coach bus on fire. So we're just sitting out there waiting for the other, because we had 2 buses. We're waiting for the other bus to come back to pick us up, because we're only 15 minutes away.
Yeah. And
that was called the hot bus, and I had no idea what they were talking about. I mean, my bus was on fire.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake. So the bus comes back, and I was just like, whatever, the hot bus. I got on, and I swear, I was in the Sahara Desert. Well, that's awful. If the Sahara Desert was in the water. Like, so Florida. Oh, okay. I guess. Yeah. It was hot. It was humid. Oh my! You stuck to everything, and it didn't help that the seats were plastic.
Well, it never does.
So your legs are just like,
yeah.
Oh, and we eventually got back, and it was just that was the bus ride, man.
Oh yeah, it sounds disgusting.
It was the worst.
All right, well that's one story.
One story that, like,
it's like a lot of stories. Really long story.
Yeah. That's actually how I met my ex-girlfriend.
Really?
Well, that's how we sort of like started to like each other a bit.
Oh, that's good. It's a very
good thing she's my ex.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's a big moment in your life. Yeah. Defining
I'll never forget that.
The day I met my ex.
Yeah.
Not a biography.
It's the day the U of I bus started on fire. That's what it is.
I love the burning tire smell of flamers and flames.
No, it wasn't tires. It was the engine. The engine was on fire.
Okay, well that was it though. Just the engine. No children.
No, unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
We had a guy, Dan, I didn't really like, and
you kind of wished that it would have happened?
I kind of wish he started on fire, but he didn't.
Well, you only get, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
All right, well, then I'm going to conclude that as, bah!
I don't know if
You
they
know when
what
you
that
need to
means.
burp and you can't, but then you're like, I really want to burp, but then you're like, there's something down there that I don't know if that's the gas that I'm
It's called a
trying-
fart.
It's trying to escape through my. Anyway, that's
Or
the end of the
barf.
first. It's the end of the first episode. We'll get back with another one where I will tell a story and Sam will tell a shorter story.
Shorter one? You want
Maybe. We'll see. Either way,
That was a short story.
it was pretty short. Goodbye.